Principle 1. Flexibility. Flexibility is a key principle that we need to keep in mind if we want to benefit from chaos and achieve akshaya. Chaos is inherently unpredictable and constantly changing, and to thrive in such an environment, we need to be flexible and adaptable. Flexibility can take many different forms. It might involve being open to new ideas and approaches, or being willing to pivot and change course when circumstances demand it. It might also involve being comfortable with uncertainty and ambiguity, and being able to remain calm and focused in the face of unexpected challenges. One of the key benefits of flexibility is that it allows us to respond to changing circumstances quickly and effectively. When we are flexible, we are able to adapt to new situations and make the most of the opportunities they present. We are also able to avoid getting stuck in old patterns of thinking or behavior that are no longer effective. Another benefit of flexibility is that it helps us develop resilience. When we are flexible, we are better equipped to handle unexpected events and to bounce back from setbacks. We are also able to remain focused and productive, even in the midst of chaos and uncertainty. To cultivate flexibility, we need to adopt a growth mindset. This means being open to new experiences and opportunities, and being willing to learn and grow from our mistakes. We also need to be comfortable with change and uncertainty, and to view challenges as opportunities for growth and development. Ultimately, the key to benefiting from chaos and achieving akshaya is to cultivate flexibility and adaptability. By embracing change and uncertainty, and by developing the resilience and agility needed to thrive in the midst of chaos, we can position ourselves to succeed and thrive in even the most challenging of environments. Flexibility in decision-making is essential in achieving outcome independence, which means making decisions based on what you believe is right and not becoming attached to a particular outcome. This helps to avoid disappointment and stress and allows you to focus on the present moment and take the necessary steps towards your goal. Being flexible in decision-making enables you to consider multiple options, weigh the pros and cons, and choose the best course of action based on the situation at hand. This is particularly useful when unexpected events occur, as you can quickly adapt and pivot towards a new direction without getting bogged down by the initial plan. An example of how flexibility can help you thrive in the face of a negative event is the story of Blockbuster Video. At its peak, Blockbuster had over 9,000 stores worldwide and was the leading provider of home movie and video game rentals. However, with the rise of online streaming services such as Netflix, Blockbuster began to lose its customer base and was ultimately forced to file for bankruptcy in 2010. While this was a significant setback for Blockbuster, the company's former executives revealed that they had the opportunity to buy Netflix in its early days for a mere $50 million. At the time, Blockbuster had a rigid focus on its brick-and-mortar rental model and didn't see the potential in online streaming. By not being flexible and open to new ideas, Blockbuster missed out on an opportunity that would have allowed it to pivot towards a new direction and potentially thrive in the digital age. In contrast, Netflix was founded on the principle of flexibility and agility, constantly adapting to changes in the market and experimenting with new business models. This has allowed Netflix to grow into the powerhouse it is today, while Blockbuster became a cautionary tale about the dangers of being inflexible and failing to adapt to change. The lesson here is that being flexible and open to new ideas is essential to thriving in a rapidly changing world. By embracing change and uncertainty, and being willing to pivot and adapt when necessary, we can position ourselves to succeed even in the face of negative events or setbacks. This mindset of flexibility and adaptability is essential to achieving akshaya and thriving amidst chaos. Another example of how someone benefited and actually thrived by being flexible in the face of a negative event is the story of Steve Jobs and Apple. In 1985, Steve Jobs was fired from Apple, the company he co-founded. At the time, he was devastated and felt like a failure. However, instead of giving up, Jobs remained flexible and open to new opportunities. He went on to found Next, a computer company focused on education and business markets. While the company struggled financially, it introduced new technologies and ideas that later played a significant role in Apple's success. In 1996, Apple acquired Next and brought Steve Jobs back to the company. Jobs was then able to use his experiences and ideas from Next and transform Apple into the technology giant it is today. He introduced new products like the iPod, iPhone, and iPad, and revolutionized the way we interact with technology. If Steve Jobs had not been flexible and open to new opportunities after his firing from Apple, he might not have been able to bring the transformative ideas and technologies that he introduced to Apple later on. This story illustrates how being flexible and open to new opportunities can lead to positive outcomes, even in the face of a negative event. By staying open to new ideas and being willing to take risks, we can position ourselves to thrive and succeed, even in the face of setbacks and challenges. Yoga doesn't just equal stretchy postures. Karma yoga is a concept in Hinduism that emphasizes the importance of selfless action and service. It is based on the idea that all actions have consequences, and by performing actions with the intention of helping others, one can cultivate positive karma and spiritual growth. In the context of flexibility, Karma yoga teaches us to approach life with an open mind and a willingness to serve others. It encourages us to be flexible in our actions and to be adaptable to changing circumstances. One of the key principles of Karma yoga is to focus on the action itself rather than the outcome. This is known as karma phala tyaga, or detachment from the fruits of one's actions. By letting go of attachment to outcomes, we can be more flexible in our approach and better able to adapt to changing circumstances. Karma yoga also emphasizes the importance of serving others and doing good deeds without expecting anything in return. This requires a high degree of flexibility and adaptability, as we must be willing to respond to the needs of others and adapt our actions accordingly. In essence, Karma yoga teaches us that the true flexibility comes from a selfless and service-oriented approach to life. By focusing on the needs of others and detaching from the outcomes of our actions, we can cultivate a mindset of flexibility and adaptability that allows us to thrive in even the most challenging of circumstances. It may seem paradoxical, but focusing too much on our personal well-being can actually be counterproductive. When we hyper-focus on ourselves, we can become rigid in our thinking and less adaptable to changing circumstances. This can lead to increased stress and anxiety, which can ultimately have a negative impact on our overall well-being. On the other hand, when we take a more selfless approach to life and focus on helping others, we can paradoxically create a sense of personal well-being. By focusing on the needs of others, we can take our minds off of our own problems and gain a sense of purpose and fulfillment. In addition, helping others can create a sense of connection and community that is essential for our well-being. By serving others, we can create meaningful relationships and a sense of belonging that can help us navigate the challenges of life with greater resilience and flexibility. This focus on others and the greater good can also help us maintain flexibility in the face of challenges. When we are less focused on our own personal well-being, we can be more open to different perspectives and more adaptable to changing circumstances. This can help us navigate difficult situations with greater ease and come up with creative solutions to problems. Here are some tips on how to maintain flexibility in your daily life. 1. Be open to new ideas. Stay open to new ideas and perspectives. Don't be rigid in your thinking or beliefs. Listen to others and be willing to consider new approaches. 2. Embrace change. Change is inevitable, and being able to adapt to change is essential for maintaining flexibility. Embrace change as an opportunity to learn and grow. 3. Take calculated risks. Don't be afraid to take risks. Be willing to step outside your comfort zone and try new things. However, make sure to take calculated risks that are informed by careful consideration and analysis. 4. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness can help you stay present and aware of your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings. It can help you respond to situations in a more flexible and adaptive way. 5. Be proactive. Don't wait for situations to arise. Take a proactive approach to life and be prepared to pivot when necessary. Develop contingency plans and be ready to adjust your plans as circumstances change. 6. Learn from failure. Failure can be a powerful learning opportunity. Don't be discouraged by failure, but rather use it as a chance to reflect on what went wrong and how you can improve in the future. 7. Stay curious. Curiosity can help you maintain a sense of wonder and openness to new experiences. Keep learning and seeking out new knowledge and experiences. By following these tips, you can develop a mindset of flexibility that will help you thrive in the face of challenges and uncertainty.